What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today was actually a very big day for Lucid on a lot of different fronts. So I want to share some of those with you and what big money is doing behind the scenes, which is very abnormal. So I'm going to go over all the stuff you need to know. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So Lucid, for the most part, was piggybacking off of Tesla's massive earnings. So their Q4 and also their 2022 annual earnings. So I think this is also giving a lot of Lucid investors a little bit more optimism about Lucid's upcoming Q4 and 2022 annual earnings, which, in case you guys do not know, is coming out, I believe, February 22nd. And not only that, though, when it comes down to the buying behind the scenes coming from institutions and big money, it's definitely been picking up. So I do think that a lot more people are starting to see Lucid once again as Tesla 2.0. Of course, 2022 Lucid did have a lot of hiccups, so I think right now it kind of got derailed potentially from that Tesla 2.0 image that a lot of people really wanted it as. But as you can see right here, just based on this, there's currently 114 ETFs holding Lucid, and that's actually pretty good. It was roughly about 112 almost about a month and a half or almost 2 months ago, so seeing that is also a very positive thing. Latest round of 13Fs, once again you do see Fidelity increasing roughly about 2.45%, and keep in mind this would have happened during Q4 when there was a lot of fear. So of course this is all very much delayed information, but again, very good to see that institutions buying behind the scenes. And when it comes down to the options activity, you do see a lot of big money that has been buying calls, and you can tell that just based on the plain volume right here. So that is one good thing. But when it comes down to the dark pool and secondary market, I'll give you guys some quick updates for this. So this right now is a secondary market, which the secondary market is typically what just retail investors do trade on. And right here you do see 6.62 million, 1.03 million, and 3.1 million. So that is actually very abnormal. So it goes to show that behind the scenes, someone is buying most likely a long position, because normally buying that does occur on the secondary market isn't necessarily just short term or potentially short related. It is long term. And when it comes down to dark pool transactions, let's just give you a quick update on that. So as far as dark pool transactions, once again, there is also a lot of good buying that's been happening behind the scenes, and you can tell that based on the actual price that it went for, coinciding that with kind of the transactions before and after, just to see if they were buys or sells. So as you can see, 1.36, 1.38 million, and generally though, just a lot more overall transactions. And of course, like I always say, that could be very much linked to short. So I'll give you a quick update on that. Once again, not here to say that it's going to have a squeeze, even though it does have a short score of 92. I'm not here to say it. I'm just here to say that it's technically a good benchmark to see it as. And shorts today did in fact return 1.12 million shares. So I think right now there's a lot more optimism about Lucid once again just kind of being rejuvenated, even though technically Lucid did recently get a little bit more of a Morgan Stanley type of rating. So as you can see, Morgan Stanley, aka Adam Jonas, did recently give a $5 price target. That was on January the 25th. And it's actually kind of funny. Almost a week ago, I believe it was during an actual video, I said, whatever happened to Adam Jonas? Why hasn't he given us a $5 or $6 price target? So maybe he was listening, who knows, or maybe he was just waiting for the right moment until Lucid actually started to gain some momentum in anticipation for him to kill it. There's a lot of different things, but like I mentioned as well at the very beginning, so the whole aspect about the rejuvenation of Tesla 2.0, the image that Lucid is, I think that is starting to come back. And not only that though, but the technicals. So for those of you that watch my channel, I absolutely love technicals, and out of all the big support points and resistance points, it's actually broken past the 50-day moving average and has successfully stayed above it today. And the last time this actually did happen was in right here, so July of 2022. So that in among itself is a very, very big deal. Keep in mind, during July and this aspect right here, it was facing with a lot of scrutiny and a lot of issues on the broader aspect, not necessarily Lucid related. So I think this is what killed the momentum that did happen in July. So right now, I think the broader market really does want to go up. And right now, since Lucid did successfully stay above it, it is ready and most likely will benefit from a very big market increase. But as I've said over my last couple of update videos, stochastic is at 88. So theoretically, it is considered a little bit more overbought. So I would have anticipated at least the last couple of days it bouncing off of that 50-day moving average and trying again. But it does look like the forces behind the scenes, like I mentioned, as far as the big money buying, they truly do want it to continue to go up. Whether it be, like I said, a little bit more optimism about the upcoming Q4 earnings or some other aspect, I'm not necessarily sure, but today was actually a very big day for Lucid. So hopefully a lot more of these to come, because I think Lucid investors have been hit quite hard based on this downtrend, and I think right now they need this. They need this to continue to go up. And that's actually beside the point though. I think when you are investing in Lucid, based on all the PR, it's all talking about tail end of 2023, 2024, and onwards. So when you are investing in Lucid, that's what you should be looking for. I'm not a financial advisor though, just a big Lucid fan that does see the actual true potential that it can actually bring. And keep in mind, there's a lot of other aspects of Lucid that's going to bring a lot of big money that they haven't even really touched on. So they recently just came out with some PR about the Formula E, but they haven't even talked on for the longest time. I believe since the Q1 earnings of 2022, they actually haven't even referred to or talked on the ESS. So that is going to be a very big money-making aspect of Lucid. So keep that in mind when you are worrying about if you're up 5%, down 5%, or even more. Think bigger picture. So that's my own thoughts on that. So don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships. Link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.